Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets is the latest film by French director Luc Besson, and it stars Dane DeHaan, Cara Delevingne, Clive Owen and Rihanna. And it is a really good film. Visually, this film is absolutely stunning. The design, the production design, the effects, the alien design are absolutely fantastic. I absolutely love the look of the film. Valerian, I think it's based on a French comic book. I'm not entirely sure. I do know it's a French comic book. I don't know anything about the Valerian comic book, so I'm not really going to go into that. But I did see some footage from last year's Comic-Con, and it got me really excited for the movie, so I've been looking forward to this film pretty much all year. And yeah, going into the story-wise, it's decent enough. My main problem with the movie is that I think most of the actors, especially the human actors, and what I mean by human actors, I mean the people who you actually see on screen, not the aliens or the voice actors for the aliens, but the actual human actors like Dane DeHaan, Cara Delevingne, Clive Owen, Rihanna. They look quite bored, to be honest. And that's a problem I had with the film. It kind of affects the story in a way, because I think in the middle it can kind of drag a little bit. It's not really a complicated story, but there is some twists and turns and stuff. But yeah, I think I do like Clive Owen and Dane DeHaan, but they just look bored, like they're not putting much effort in. I'm not really a fan of Cara Delevingne, and pretty much everything I've seen her in, she looks bored anyway, so that's not really surprising, to be honest. But yeah, that's my main negative about the movie. But like I said, the film absolutely looks stunning. It's got a good soundtrack. There's a great sequence at the start of the film, and it's being played to David Bowie's Space Oddity, and it shows like the first meeting in space between the Russians and the US when they're shaking hands, and then in the International Space Station, and then it goes to like 2020. That was 1975, and it goes to 2020, and it shows the Russians and the Americans greeting the Chinese, and then they're greeting other nations around the world as the space station is getting bigger. And then after it's done the nations of the Earth, aliens starting to appear, and then they're greeting these aliens as all in all this space station is getting huge, and it's all played out to David Bowie, which is perfect. And I just loved this opening sequence. I just thought it was fantastic. And then there's kind of like two opening sequences. That which really it shows you the history of this space station, which I can't quite remember its name. And then it shows you an opening sequence which gets you into the story where they're on this planet. They're on this planet, these aliens which deal with pearls, and they're like shiny aliens, and it's like a paradise planet. And it doesn't really show you the context of what this has to do with the film, because there's not much dialogue really, but it is quite good and quite visually stunning. And yeah, it kicks off from there really. There's another great sequence where Valerian and Agent Lorelei, they're like doing a mission on this desert planet, but while they're on this desert planet, Valerian is having to wear these, like, we'll call them virtual reality goggles, and he's doing the mission in the virtual reality world while he's in the real world. That was kind of good. The one actor I did like, I can't remember his name. He was an English actor, and he played the general. He was pretty good. But yeah, I like the aliens. They were all good. There's these three little aliens with like long, like aardvark type noses, and they're pretty funny, and I enjoyed them. All the alien characters I loved. All the alien designs, the scenery on the planets were fantastic. The costuming and the music was brilliant. So yeah, I did enjoy this movie. I had fun with it. It was just at times I just felt, well, at times I say at times, but it's like for the majority of the film I just felt like the main cast looked bored, which kind of dragged the movie down, and it's going to give it a much lower score than I would probably have given it if the cast were actually into it. So I'm going to give this movie a rating of B-. Yeah, I enjoyed this movie. I had a lot of fun. It's not the best of the year, but visual-wise and production-wise, it probably is the best of the year. It is an absolutely stunning film, and I wouldn't expect anything less from Luc Besson. You know, I mean, just take The Fifth Element for an example of what it can do, and multiply it by 1,000 in this film. So yeah, I had fun overall. So let me know, guys. What did you think of Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets? Let me know down below. Like and share my channel, guys, and remember, stay heroic.